तेरे से रईसियत छलकती है, तू गरीब दिख ही नहीं सकता है. There is huge representation. When I go to Hollywood, to Marvel, and I'm dancing to Bollywood songs in that wedding, it was such a laugh. It was so fun.
Have you watched Miss Marvel yet? If you have, you know who is making us proud. Here you go, Mohan Kapur.
Hello, hello, hello.
How did you do this, Mr. Kapur? Like, how did you crack Miss Marvel?
So I have done a film many years ago, about 5-6 years ago. There was a Hollywood independent producer. She was producing a film and the story was based in India and all that. So this American family comes here and blah, blah. So I was playing the father to a boy and girl. And she and the director, they noticed my work and they said that, wow, you're great, man. Why don't you come to Hollywood? I said, यहाँ ही कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, Hollywood में क्या करेंगे? She's saying, no, I'm telling you, come, you will do very well. So I said, what do I have to do? So she's saying, nothing, just sign an MOU with me because I'm also an independent talent agent. So I said, oh, okay. So I signed it and she would keep sending scripts, I would audition. But lo and behold, I would get all the assignments that she sent me. But we didn't have a work visa. So she's saying, come on, let's put a work visa together and all. And we did it, but then something happened and I kind of lazed out and things like this. Then COVID happened and she sends me in August 2020, she sent me an audition script for Yusuf Khan for the father's role. I said, "Arey yaar, ye bhi nahi milega, O1 to hai nahi." So she said, no, let's use this as an excuse to start your O1. So whether this happens or not, we'll work on the O1. I said, okay, done. So anyway, I sent her the audition, the casting director, Sarah Haley Finn, she loved it. And she's saying, as far as I'm concerned, he's on, but I have to show it to Disney and Marvel. So she showed it to them and they were just like, this is it. So yeah, so the feedback has been just overwhelming. Yeah.
So, you know, you are one of the person who started TV, satellite TV with the first person we saw on screen, you know. And then you have done TV shows, you have done films, and now here, you're seeing the transition happening. Tell me how that has been as an experience from there to here now Hollywood.
30 years, started with Saap CD.
Saap CD.
And then just things just kept falling into place and it's been a journey of ups and downs. You know, you've done some good work, you've done some great work, but they've not been noticed. So, you know, you just say, but the thing is that because I've worked also behind the camera, I've been an advertising guy. The only thing that kind of probably saved me was that it just happened by chance. So I didn't go looking for it. So my head has always been on my shoulders. You know, so like people say, अरे यार काम नहीं है तो कैसा चलेगा ना हो जाएगा something or the other will happen and if that doesn't happen I'll go back to working I'll do something behind the camera so that actually happened for about 8 years I left acting and I went behind the camera I worked for production
but why
probably that time the kind of work I was getting was really substandard so I said I can't do that I mean करना ही है तो do something good and then I've been doing a lot of dubbing
yes
I do a lot
so
of
I was
dubbing.
coming to that a lot of dubbing for all the big English films that we see.
Yeah.
For Dwayne Johnson, from Bruce Willis, Jackie Chan.
Yeah. And Doctor Strange.
And Doctor Strange. I was just going to say Doctor Strange. And now going yourself to Hollywood. How's the attitude of people towards, you know, when they're working? Like, for example, अब Indian या Pakistani नहीं बना रहा है ये, so they don't know about our culture.
No, but that's where you're wrong. The creator of Miss Marvel, she is a Pakistani from New Jersey, so it's a lot of it is kind of loosely based on her family members, characters, friends, and things like that. So there was huge representation. The creator, then the writer Bisha K. Ali. The directors were Muslims from Morocco. They did the first and the 6th episode. Then there was Meera Menon, an Indian in New Jersey. She did 2 and 3. And it's huge representation. Music has been done by Pakistanis. So it's massive. Yes, the casting, I must say, is brilliant because me. But so I'm an Indian who's playing a South Asian Pakistani immigrant father. The boy playing my son, he's a Pakistani born and brought up in Texas. The girl, Kamala, she's a Pakistani born and brought up in Canada. So if you really go to see, they are cast for who they are.
So that's great.
It's amazing.
Because representation is everything right now.
It is. And the encouraging thing is that Marvel has done it.
Yes.
So if the top studio of the world does it, and they've not caricatured it, they've not made it a cliche.
You know it when you go abroad and you hear your own language and your own Bollywood. You just fall in love with Bollywood a little more.
Oh yeah, so true. So there is a sequence where the son gets married, and I have never danced in a Bollywood film ever that I've been in India. But I go to Hollywood, to Marvel, and I'm dancing to Bollywood songs in that wedding. It was such a laugh. It was so fun.
Okay, let's talk about the kind of roles that come to you. In this age, do you think you are sure that I want to play my age, and so playing a father to a child is fine with me, while a lot of actors of your age are still romancing women who are as young as their daughters? So how do you take that?
Everybody does what they're probably good at, what works for them, what gets them the bread on the table. And yeah, I mean, it is funny that, sometimes you see that, that girl is acting with that guy, ye to uncle hai. But the thing is, if the film works, then everybody is okay with it. If it doesn't work, then all these things come up, As far as I go, I have been playing a dad for donkey's years. Even maybe 10 years, 15 years ago. Maybe
and you're
even
okay
more.
with it?
I'm very okay. I mean, as an actor, I'm willing to do anything. I don't know whether it's the Saap-CD image or it's the way I talk or I present myself or something about my look. Like somebody once told me, he's saying, "Tu garib dikh hi nahi sakta hai." So I said, what? Because I always said, hey, why don't I get roles of, a pedestrian or, drug addict or a street hawker or villager? तेरे से रईसियत छलकती है, तू गरीब दिख ही नहीं सकता है.
Recently, have you watched Panchayat?
I started watching it, but I haven't completed
So
it.
in the second season, there's this guy, Ashok Pathak, who went viral for his character, okay, Vinod. And he was telling me in his interview that he craves to get good auditions. Forget about getting roles. यार कोई audition अच्छा दे दो. क्या अमीर लोग काले नहीं होते? All he gets is rickshaw wala, watchman. So he's like, I'm tired of doing the same things.
Yeah, it's very sad. It's very sad. People talk about, what's that? Nepotism, which I think is a load of bull. But I have an issue with this casting thing. That like he said, the reason that Amir log kale nahi ho sakte. What the hell, man? Okay.
Your voice, you have given such big stars. Any star that you want to work with?
As in to dub with or to
work with?
Work with. Oh, everybody, man. Everybody. In fact, I remember one day we were just hanging around outside our trailers, and there was this massive trailer over there. So I just asked my handler over there, I said, hey, whose trailer is this? It looks really fancy. She said, oh, it's very fancy. I said, Kiska? Whose is it? She said, that's The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. I said, he's here? She said, no, he comes in March or something, and we were finishing by Feb. So I said, oh man, I'm dying to meet him, man. So yeah, there was so many.
Voices for him so many times.
Exactly. So these guys didn't know that, These guys didn't know that, the Marvel guys. And then something happened, and there's some article or something that came out, and the Pakistani boy, his father was a very big fan of mine from Saap-CD. Because it was shown in Pakistan. So he said, hey, my dad is a big fan of yours. He's saying, you're really famous, or what? So then he went on internet, and he's like, Jesus, dude, you've done the voice for Doctor Strange. The thing is that Doctor Strange has become such an integral thing, the voice for this, that for Spider-Man, I was in fact in Dubai, and they had to fly me down just for dubbing for this, and then I went back to Dubai.
Thank you so much. Thank you for talking to us, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You made us proud.
Thank you so much.